What is going on, guys? It is your boy McAtee, and today we're going to figure out how to create a snowy scene in After Effects. So I live in Australia, if you can't tell by my annoying accent, and there's not a lot of snow around me. So that got me thinking, how hard would it be to add some snow into my footage? Now you may actually want to do this effect if you can't access a location that's around you, or if the logistics are too complicated. Alright, let's get into it. I'm going to give this tutorial a 5 out of 10 Adobe crashes. Now step 1 doesn't actually involve VFX. We've got to plan out how to shoot our footage so it looks the best when we get into post. So this may mean a couple things depending on your artistic vision. First, you may want to avoid direct sunlight, so shoot when it's cloudy. Avoid difficult areas such as trees and anything that really moves a lot. Avoid grass as much as you can. You can still add snow to grass, but it becomes a lot harder to work around. And of course, this always depends on your artistic visions. I'm just giving some recommendations. Do whatever you like. Step 2. Once you have generated your own footage, or in my case, gone onto Pixel and found some awesome content, you can then head into After Effects. Start by importing your footage in After Effects. Create a new composition with your footage. In the camera tracking tab, select camera track, or you can search it up in the effects tab. Once After Effects has completed its analysis, you'll now see the tracking markers. Step 3, we need snow, so we're going to have to jump into After Effects. I started with a seamless snow texture and modified it from there. From there we can start fading the edges. Select the layer mask and use your brush tool. I use these weird brushes which I'll try and link in the description below, but basically you just want to create little spots and fade the edges in. It also helps to create a couple variations. Now if you somehow only have After Effects and you don't have Photoshop, I'm going to link some of the textures I use in the description below. Step 4. We can jump back in After Effects, import our new snow layers, and then we can add them to our current composition. For each of the snow layers, we're going to link it to the tracking marker we created before. First things first, we need to make our snow layers a 3D object. Open up the transform dropdown. Pick whip the position of the snow to the position of the tracking marker. Same for the orientation. Adjust the anchor points in order to move the snow where you like. You may also need to scale up the snow layer. The last step is to go into your camera options and change the aperture until it matches your footage. Step 5. Roto and mask out the foreground objects. I'm smiling because it's the most painful step. I will link a tutorial in the description that goes into more detail on how to do full-on rotoscoping, so you go check that out. Now depending on the footage you shot or your artistic vision, you may be able to get around actually rotoscoping. If you just select the snow and put it in select places, you may be able to just avoid that completely. Looking good so far? I hope. Step 6. To really sell the overall effect, we have to add some falling snow. Now this is a really popular effect on YouTube, so there's a bunch of tutorials out there. So if you need more detail, go check those out. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. What I usually find looks best is having about 2 to 3 layers of falling snow, generally one for the background, one for the midground, and one for the foreground. Now you can always find falling snow clips on YouTube, but I decided to actually buy a pack. It was around $10, and it comes with about 10 assets. For the background layer, pick whip the position of the footage to the tracking marker as we did before. Then we can change the rotation so it is upright. Change the size so it fits the screen and adjust the overall position. Change the blending mode to screen and voila, you have snow in your background. Repeat this step for the midground layer, but just put it in front of your main subject or your foreground images. For the foreground layer, I don't really track. I just put it on top of the footage and turn down the opacity a bit. And bam! You have some snow. It's a really simple effect, but I think it turns out really well. As always guys, thanks for watching the video. You're on YouTube, you know what to do if you want to actually, comment or like anything. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. And as always guys, don't forget to learn, create, and share. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!